Welcome. Have a nice day. Today is Sunday, 25th of August 2024. From the history point of view, in 1944, Paris is liberated after 4 years of Nazi occupation. The liberation of Paris was a military battle that took place during the World War II from 19th of August to 1944 until the German garrison surrendered the French capital on 25th of August 1944, that is today. From the Indian history point of view, 1917 and the first significant step towards the Indianization of the army is initiated. On August 25th, 1917, the first concrete step towards the Indianization of the army was initiated when seven selected Indians serving the army were granted King's Commission in the infantry and the cavalry. Starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper The Hindu states that Israeli defense minister declares a 48-hour state of emergency. This photo taken from the position in the northern Israel shows a Hezbollah UAV intercepted by Israeli air forces over the North Israel on August 25, 2024. The declaration of the state of emergency enables the Israeli military to issue instructions to the citizens of Israel, says Israeli Defense Minister amid news of Israeli strikes in Lebanon. Defense Minister Yoav Gallant announces a 48-hour nationwide state of emergency from 6 a.m. Sunday, that is today, August 25th, 2024, after the Israeli military launched what it called preemptive strikes in Lebanon. The declaration on the state of emergency enables the IDF Israeli military to issue instructions to the citizens of Israel, including limiting gatherings and closing sites where it may be irrelevant, Mr. Gallant said in a statement issued by his office. I am convinced that there is a high probability of an attack against the civilian population in areas of the country where the declaration of a special situation did not apply, he said, referring to the previous local emergency measures. I hereby declare a special situation on the home front in other areas of the country. The situation is valid for 48 hours starting at 6 a.m., Mr. Gallant said in a separate statement. The Defense Ministry said Mr. Gallant briefed United States Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin on the overall situation. Israeli strikes Lebanon to counter a large-scale Hezbollah attack. Smoke rises from the southern Lebanese town of the Qam amid the ongoing cross-border hostilities between the Hezbollah and Israeli forces, as a picture from the Marjayon near the border with Israel, August 25, 2024. We are monitoring Hezbollah's preparation to carry out a large-scale attacks on Israeli territory near your homes. You are a danger, says Israeli minister. The Israeli military announced earlier Sunday, August 25, 2024, that it was conducting preemptive strikes in Lebanon after detecting preparations for large-scale attacks by the Iran-backed militant group Hezbollah. The military also warned Israelis to expect incoming missiles and drones launched by the Hezbollah, with the air alert sirens sounding across the country's north. Once again, Kolkata rape murder case prohibitory orders near RG Karmi Hospital extended till August 31st. CISF Deputy Inspector General DIG K. Pratap Singh with the police and the security personnel at the RG Karmi Medical College and a hospital after the Supreme Court order for the development in the view of the protests over the illegal sexual assault and the murder of a postgraduate trainee doctor in the Kolkata on Wednesday. The orders, which were first imposed on August 18, restricted meetings and gatherings of more than 5 people in the designated area. Kolkata police have extended prohibitory orders near the state-run RG Kar Medical College and a hospital for 1 more week till August 31st. The orders, which were first imposed on August 18, restrict meetings and gatherings of more than 5 people in the designated area. Central Bureau of Investigation raid at RG Kar Medical College ex-principal Sandeep Ghosh residence of 14 other locations in corruption probe. Central Bureau of Investigation is also carrying out searches at 14 other locations linked in the case. The Central Bureau of Investigation (CBI) on Sunday carried out a raid at the residence of the former principal of Ajikar Medical College and Hospital, Sandeep Ghosh, in Kolkata in connection with the corruption of probe. Some also stated that Mr. Rajnath Singh meets United States defense industry captains pushes India as export hub. Defense Minister Mr. Rajnath Singh interacts with the senior leader of the United States defense industry after the round-table meeting in Washington on Friday. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh on the Friday interacted with the captains of the several American defense companies in Washington and outlined the emerging co-development and co-production opportunities in India, while enumerating reforms initiated by the government to make the country an attractive destination for the foreign original equipment manufacturers and an alternative export hub. Singh highlighted that the partnership and joint efforts are the two keywords that differentiate India's defense industry from other nations. The Defense Ministry said in a statement on Sunday that the United States-India's Strategic Partnership Forum organized the industry roundtable. The companies represented at the event included General Electric, Boeing, General Atomics, General Dynamics, Land Systems, L3Harris, Lockheed Martin, Raytheon Technologies, and Rolls-Royce. Great Nicobar project won't affect tribal interests, ministers. Union Minister, Environment Minister Bhupendra Yadav has responded to concerns raised by senior Congress leader and the parliamentarian Jairam Ramesh regarding the Great Nicobar mega infrastructure project. Union Environment Minister Bhupendra Yadav has reported concerns raised by senior Congress leader and parliamentarian Jairam Ramesh regarding the Great Nicobar mega infrastructure project. In a letter dated on August 21st, Yadav emphasized that exemplary mitigation measures have been incorporated to minimize the environmental impact of the project, keeping the strategic national and the defense interests in mind. Going towards the economy of the country from the business point of view, increasing its share, government rolls out a new plan. It guarantees a 50% of salary as pension. Announcing the decisions taken by the Cabinet, Information and Broadcasting Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw said there would be 5 pillars to the UPS. The Union Cabinet and on Saturday approved for the new unified pension scheme. UPS for the central government employees with the assurance of 50% of the average salary drawn over the last 12 months of their service in as pension. Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw briefs the media and the cabinet decisions in New Delhi. Adani Birla being keen to tap Mongolian copper but face logistics challenge. Government suggests visit trial order to understand the trade dynamics. Mongolia exported copper worth $2.7 billion in 2022 and was the world's 10th largest exporter of the commodity. Much of its exports go exclusively to China. Electrical machinery parts boost India's imports from Vietnam by 17% in January to July. The Economic Survey 2023-24 noted that the rise in the trade through the countries such as Mexico and Vietnam is a result of Chinese firms rerouting their supply through these countries, making a cause for attracting Chinese foreign direct investment (FDI). The survey started the East Asian economies boosting their exports by focusing on FDI from China. The Economic Survey 2023-24 noted that the rise in the trade through the countries such as Mexico and Vietnam is a result of Chinese firms routing their supply through these countries, making a case for attracting Chinese foreign direct investment (FDI). The survey stated that the East Asian economies are boosting their exports by focusing on FDI from China. This comes in the wake of the Indian Steel Association (ISA) calling for an investigation into imports of hot-rolled flat products originating from Vietnam, stating that these imports are negatively impacting domestic steel prices. On August 16, the Ministry of Commerce and Industry launched an anti-dumping investigation into imports of the hot-rolled flat products of alloy or non-alloy steel, not clad, not plated, or not coated, of a thickness up to 25 mm and width up to 2100 mm originating from Vietnam. Now going towards the world news, including Israel Hezbollah conflict live updates with over 100 jets. Tel Aviv strikes Lebanon. Hezbollah retaliates with the barrage of missiles. Israel carries out airstrikes in Lebanon. Hezbollah hits back. Israel says it is staging airstrikes inside Lebanon, targeting the Shiite militia Hezbollah. 5 civilians die in a Ukraine's shelling of Russia's Belgorod region, governor says. Wildfires in Brazil leave at least 2 dead in Sao Paulo state. Dozens of cities are on a high alert. Zelensky touts new drone missile, calls Putin sick old man. Going towards the science and tech, we have the monkeypox isolation ward set up at Gandhi Hospital. The detection isolation ward with the 14 beds at Gandhi Hospital in the Sikandarabad. Gandhi Hospital has been designated as the referral center for suspected monkeypox cases in the Telangana. The hospital has established a dedicated isolation ward with the 14 beds, 7 each for male and female patients. B. Ravindra Naik, Director of Public Health and Family Welfare, announced that the central government has supplied Telangana with 100 RT-PCR testing kits for monkeypox, which are now available at the Gandhi Hospital's testing lab. Flying by Saturn and Neptune 8 years apart, this NASA file handout image obtained on August 9, 2002 shows one of the twin Voyager spacecraft. On 4 occasions every 700 years, the planets again in a particular way. No, we are not taking to a horoscopy of for certain. This rare planetary configuration that takes place once in every 175 years enables scientists to best utilize gravity assists. The Voyager 2, which was in fact the first of the 2 Voyager spacecraft to be launched, made use of exactly this by making use of the gravity of one planet to sling itself to the next planet. Voyager 2 not only visited its initial targets of Jupiter and Saturn, but also made its way to Uranus and Neptune as well. National Aeronautics Space Agency and NASA decides to keep astronauts Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore in space until February 9, next return on troubled Boeing capsule. In this photo provided by the NASA, astronauts Butch Wilmore are left and Sunny Williams inspected safety hardware aboard the International Space Station on August 9, 2024. NASA has decided it is too risky to bring astronauts Sunita Williams Butch Wilmore back to Earth in being years trouble new capsule. NASA decided on Saturday, August 24, 2024, it is too risky to bring 2 astronauts back to Earth in a Boeing's troubled new capsule, and they will have to wait until next year for a ride home with the SpaceX. What should we have been a week-long test flight for the pair will now last more than 8 months. At last, there's a famous quotation by a famous American polymath known by his famous name Benjamin Franklin. Birth anniversary 6th of January 1705 up to 17 April 1790. Was an American polymath, leading writer, scientist, inventor, statesman, diplomat, printer, publisher, and a political philosopher. Among the most influential intellectuals of his time, Franklin was one of the founding fathers of the United States, a drafter and a signer of the Declaration of Independence, and the first postmaster general. His life and legacy of scientific and political achievement and his status of one of America's most influential founding fathers has seen Franklin honored for more than 2 centuries after his death on the $100 billion. And in the names of worship, many towns and countries, educational institutions, and corporations, as well as in numerous cultural references. And a portrait in the Oval Office. His more than 30,000 letters and documents have been collected in the paper of the Benjamin Franklin and he wrote. Jack Sturgot said of him, "Eruptive man colio max skipra tyramus," meaning that he snatched lightning from the sky and the keep terror from tyrants. Mr. Benjamin Franklin says a very famous quotation. He says that when you are good to others, you are the best to yourself. He also says that war is when the government tells you who the bad guy is. Revolution is when you decide that for yourself. He also says that an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Okay, thank you.